connected with our fellow human beings than to be like, you know, living in a virtual world.
Ask me again in like 30 or 40 years.
30 or 40 years.
Yes.
But I'm good with my body for now.
Within weeks, the war was over.
All right, this is Ömercan from Geekyapar from Turkey.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Fine, how are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into questions, all right? If that's all right.
Sure.
Okay, so is there anything special for you about this movie? Or, you know, was it just a job for you guys?
It's never just a job.
No. But some are more special than others, and this one was pretty damn special.
Yeah, totally. I think it had something to do with not only the Russos who create this kind of creative world where you're able to collaborate and feel like you're kind of in the decision-making room. It's a really rare thing, and for me as a young person as well, it feels so collaborative. That the crew that they bring on from set to set, movie to movie, they bring on this crew of experts in every field that are unbelievable to work with. And then the film itself, I've just never read a script like this, never read a story like this, and obviously to be able to work alongside such a leading guy who is so welcoming, so you know, wise and excited and happy and high energy, to have someone like that, you know, it's so rare, and it makes the job even more fun, a lot more easier, you know, and then you get a result like this. So, you know, all paid off.
How about you, Mr. Pratt?
Oh, what was special about this job? I mean, the collaborative process, working again with the Russos, like Millie said, I had worked with them before on the Avengers film, but to get back in the sandbox with them and to have a character that I get to create that's based on nothing more than just a character in a script. So it's not based on any original IP, although the movie itself is rooted in the artwork of Simon Stålenhag'ın and his graphic novel, The Electric State. This was something that the character I could build from the ground up. So I really had sort of unbridled creativity when it comes to creating a guy who's this relic of the 80s living in the 90s, and it was really fun. I got to take a trip down memory lane. I'm a guy who grew up in the 90s, so going through all the old music that I used to listen to and the various fashion choices and the looks and sort of reliving that world, it made it really special.
So another question is this: if those VR headsets in the movie were real, they were a real thing, would you use them? How often would you use them? And maybe what would you do in them?
Man.
I'll answer really quickly. I wouldn't use them. I wouldn't use them. I'm not pro Neurocasters. I think everybody should look through their eyes. That's what we've been given, and we have this beautiful planet to live on. So let's look at the things around us, our loved ones, nature, all the things.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to say that I wouldn't use them. Hopefully, I wouldn't get strung out on them the way that these folks are. But they're really, you know, they really exist as, you know, an element of a parable about our own relationship with technology. So they're Neurocasters, but we have something kind of similar with our smartphones, I suppose. And also, you know, there is this great element in this story about the bifurcation of the brain, how you could have one part of your brain being passively entertained in some alternate reality while the other part is operating a drone doing your remedial chores. I do think that we've automated a lot of the simple tasks in our life that ultimately had always given us purpose, and so there's a certain zen in, you know, making your own bed and taking out your own trash and picking up after yourself that I think is valuable. And you know, I don't know that we need more time given to us because we just tend to use it on passive entertainment. So I'd like to say no, but I think maybe there's a chance I'm already using my Neurocaster and my smartphone. But lessons in this movie would teach me that it's more important to be connected with our fellow human beings than to be like, you know, living in a virtual world.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I have a little question as well. Which of the CGI companions was your favorite, like when you watched the movie?
We both really love Penny Pal.
Yeah, we do love Penny Pal.
Definitely her voice was helpful too, because Jenny Slate's just an amazing actress and an incredible voice talent.
And Gabby, who was her motion capture artist, she just encapsulated all that is really Jenny Slate. It was very cool.
It's true. She did a great job.
And yeah, I loved working with Gabby, and then I loved watching the film back and hearing Jenny's voice, and just like the nuanced moments where you go, oh my gosh, wow, you love her, you really love her.
I'm a little biased though that I do love Herman because he was like my companion, but he's also like a smack talker and like kind of your best buddy, gives you shit. You know, I kind of like that. I could see hanging out with him. And then periodically you jump in the 60-foot version and like walk 300 miles across the desert. That could be cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Okay, well, thank you for your answers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
He called his breakthrough the Neurocaster, a device that linked the human mind to mechanized drone bodies.
How are you guys?
Very good. How are you?
Thank you.
Fine. So my first question is, was there any particular reason for you to make this movie, or, you know, was it just another job?
No, I mean, I don't know. We don't like to just take jobs. Yeah. I mean, making movies is hard, so you want to make sure that you're motivated and that you have some emotional connection to the material. For us, the book, the graphic novel this is based on had some really interesting themes around technology, some great world building, and some stunning visuals, and that was great inspiration for us to turn that into a story.
Okay, so if those Neurocasters, those VR headsets were a real thing, like that very immersive technology was a real thing, would you guys use them in real life?
I mean,
We'd at least try
they
them.
kind of are a real thing. They're called iPhones.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, but you know, like if they were to, you know, provide something that's very good, would you like use them for 24 hours a day, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. You know, at least explore it. You know, at least to see how it feels. I don't know how long I'd last.
Too large for me, for my taste.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, then I'll ask you, if you were given an opportunity to abandon your flesh for an electronic, like, machine for a body, would you take that chance?
It depends how old I am.
Yeah.
Well, just right now, maybe.
Right now, no. I think I'm fine right now.
Yeah.
But ask me again in like 30 or 40 years.
30 or 40 years.
Yes.
And how about you?
Yeah. No, I think that's a good agenda Joe's got. I'll reconsider down the road, but I'm good with my body for now.
All right. Okay. So, was it my imagination, or were there like many references to the older sci-fi movies?
Yeah, there was a lot of, I mean, it's certainly inspired by a lot of movies we watched as children. You know, it's a retro future movie, but we wanted it, you know, Anth and I are very self-aware filmmakers. Our film history is an important part of who we are as filmmakers. And, you know, movies that were impactful to us, we layer references and homages to those movies in everything we do.
And why would you do that? Like, why do movie makers do that in general?
It's because it entertains us when we watch the movie, and it's also because we have an emotional connection to that material. It's a fun way to express ourselves, and because the way we collaborate and the way we learned how to collaborate was by talking about movies, and those were the movies we talked about when we were learning about film, and now it's entertaining to us to add those references, that intertextual layer to the work that we do.
Okay then. Well, these were my questions. Thank you for your answers.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Nice to meet you too. Appreciate it.